The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks so much for tuning in, watching, and listening to the program. I appreciate you very much. Today, American values under attack by the radical left. Nothing that the radical left is doing, that they're concocting, that they're throwing at President Trump is working, and they're melting down. President Trump's poll numbers at all-time highs, and the disparity between him and Administrator Biden is growing. They are panicked. We just saw the largest presidential campaign in American history, and we continue to see the rise of Trump, despite everything the radical left has thrown at them. And you know why this is happening? Because America is pro-Trump and pro-America. They sense that the radical left is anti-America. All of this and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, The Right Side with Doug Billings is upon you. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hey everybody, my name is General Mike Flynn, and I'm here to do a big shout out for my great friend and one of the best in the business, Mr. Doug Billings. Right Side with Doug Billings, Right Side with Doug Billings. Doug is the future of the airwaves when it comes to independent broadcasters and podcasters. He is the new Rush Limbaugh. He's exactly what America needs right now, looking for honesty, looking for wisdom, looking for truth, looking for patriotism. Listen to Doug Billings at Right Side with Doug Billings. God bless you and God bless America, and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are winning. We're winning, winning, winning. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Are you ready?
We are not liberal snowflakes who melt away in the face of tragedy, adversity, and challenge. We are a covenant nation under God, and His divine providence is not dead and it's not gone. It is living within each and every one of you. And you will bring it to life in such a way that the world has never seen before. We never back down. We never give up. We march forward.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching or listening to the program. I appreciate you very much indeed. Reminding you, live younger with Doug.us, a way for you to look younger, feel younger, get more energy. And if you're sick and tired of Bidenomics, and if you're trapped by Bidenomics, losing money in the workplace, if you want to be your own boss, if you want to escape the grip of loss that Bidenomics has upon you, I want you to check out Live Younger with Doug.us, because not only is there a product that will make you feel and look younger, give you more energy and so forth, there's also a way over there that you can earn $500 or more a month if you want some extra money. Maybe you're not quite ready to quit your day job yet, but you want to. Maybe you've been a victim of Bidenomics. Maybe you're not working at all right now and you're looking for the next best thing. Live Younger with Doug.us can have the answer for you. $500 a month is quite common for people that go over there and invest the time and effort to get involved with the business aspect of it. If you just want to buy the product, you can do that too. Live Younger with Doug.us, one of our sponsors. We encourage you to check them out. And ladies and gentlemen, I've got your back because I know that you have mine. I bring these kinds of offers to you because they can help, not only physically, but financially. Live Younger with Doug.us, a way for you to make $500 or more a month if you want to escape the ravaging effects of Bidenomics. So, okay, today's show, some quick hits for you. First of all, President Trump's rally in New Jersey. Wow, 104,000 people, ladies and gentlemen. I've offered my own estimate professionally, of course. I am known and sought after for giving estimates of crowd sizes. Biden couldn't come close to anything like this. What I've said the other day on social media is the attendance is, and let's see if you can pick up on this, ladies and gentlemen. After all, you are the most intellectually mature audience in all of podcast land. 104, 547. Get it? 145, 47. 104,547. Let's see if you get it. But I mean, that's a huge crowd. Nothing has ever been close to compare, especially, I mean, in terms of a presidential campaign rally, nothing in history comes close. In fact, President Trump owns every one of the attendance records for presidential campaigns. We have just never seen anything like it. And it represents really, really, this crowd that we saw in New Jersey represents more people who have ever seen Joe Biden in person during the entirety of his political life, meaning that crowd surpasses anything. You tally up every one of Joe Biden's public appearances since the day he entered public life, and he still wouldn't be able to garner enough people to match what Trump saw this past weekend. And of course, liberals right on cue on social media and in the legacy media begin to try to explain this all away. One of them, I get a kick out of Brian Krasenstein just because his intellectual immaturity is so laughable and his bias is so obvious that he looks at the crowd and he goes, okay, so hundreds of people have gathered. Hundreds. Right, Brian. Right. Republicans idolize their leaders, he says. Democrats don't idolize their leaders. That's why you never see such numbers at any kind of a Democrat rally. He's attempting to explain away Biden's utter and disastrous ability, his inability to draw any kind of a meaningful or a substantive crowd to any event that he throws. So Brian Krasenstein on X trying to pretend that this is just because the MAGA Republicans are in a cult and they idolize Donald Trump, and that's the only reason he's getting these kinds of numbers. If Democrats idolize their leaders, whatever, Brian, whatever. Never mind that when you remember when Bill Clinton and Barack Obama had events, they would draw reasonable crowds, nothing like what President Trump sees, but clearly much, much better than what Administrator Biden draws. And many thousands flocked to see those two presidents, Clinton and Obama. You never heard anybody making any complaints then from the Democratic side about idolizing political leaders. And again, if you look at all of the people who have seen Administrator Biden and his public engagements that he has held since the beginning of his political career, it wouldn't add up to the number of people who saw Trump last weekend in New Jersey. It's quite incredible, really, when you think about it. And ladies and gentlemen, although it was astounding to see and very, very good news for us, we can't be lulled into a false sense of security by these huge crowds. We still need to get involved in our local levels of government. Volunteer, especially at your polling stations in your neighborhoods. Go there. Keep an eye on these commune socialists, formerly known as Democrats, because they're going to try their dirty tricks, as they always do. And we've got to keep the radical liberal thugs from bringing in fake ballots or from shutting down the facilities in the middle of the night and from general or sometimes outright overt attempts to steal the election. You've got to get involved and make sure you're keeping an eye on these people and that we have equal voice and say in the shenanigans, in curtailing and stopping the shenanigans that the radical left will obviously continue to try to cascade down upon us. Quick hit number 2, now that we have that rally out of the way. All of you know last Sunday was Mother's Day, so a belated but nonetheless heartfelt wish of happiness to all of you biological women who have experienced the wonder, joy, and meaning of motherhood. Because it's only you who God intended to be mothers and to have children. And I couldn't help but notice a video that I saw by Harrison Butker. Now, Harrison Butker is the Kansas City Chiefs kicker. He's a devout Catholic and gave the commencement speech at a Catholic University Benedictine College in Atchison, Kansas over the weekend. In the speech, because it took place over Mother's Day weekend, he mentioned the holy value and the moral necessity of marriage, being a wife, a mother, and shockingly, perhaps to a few, he spoke of the vocation of being a homemaker. And the crowd went wild with applause when he said this. Take a look. Harrison Butker, Kansas City Chiefs, at the commencement speech this past weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2024, you are sitting at the edge of the rest of your lives. Each of you has the potential to leave a legacy that transcends yourselves and this era of human existence. In the small ways, by living out your vocation, you will ensure that God's church continues and the world is enlightened by your example. For the ladies present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker. She's the primary educator to our children. She's the one who ensures I never let football or my business become a distraction from that of a husband and father. She's the person that knows me best at my core, and it is through our marriage that, Lord willing, we will both attain salvation. I say all of this to you because I have seen it firsthand, how much happier someone can be when they disregard the outside noise and move closer and closer to God's will in their life. Isabel's dream of having a career might not have come true, but if you asked her today if she has any regrets on her decision, she would laugh out loud without hesitation and say, heck no. As a man who gets a lot of praise and has been given a platform to speak to audiences like this one today, I pray that I always use my voice for God and not for myself. Everything I am saying to you is not from a place of wisdom, but rather a place of experience. I am hopeful that these words will be seen as those from a man not much older than you, who feels it is imperative that this class, this generation, and this time in our society must stop pretending that the things we see around us are normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a lesson that we all benefit from seeing. And it's especially important, I think, for those running for office. Whoever are either currently office or running for office, listen to me. And I know many politicians and candidates tune into this program. Listen to me. Take note of what Harrison Butker said. Traditional family values matter. The sanctity of marriage between a man and a woman, a biological man and a biological woman, the sanctity of parenthood, and in particular, motherhood, of a man as the spiritual leader of the household, as breadwinner, and a woman as a homemaker. Look at the honor in that, the freedom for both men and women in that. The age of feminism is dead, cascading unprecedented tyranny upon females. You've got to go to work. You're everybody's equal as a man. They're not equal to men, and men aren't equal to women by design. Men and women are not equal, ladies and gentlemen. They are different, and they each have different roles in the spiritual realm and in the traditional secular realm. These timeless truths are appreciated by the vast majority of people in this country, and I dare say, ladies and gentlemen, around the world. And to, again, you elected officials, and for those of you running for office, people will follow you and support you when you uphold these traditional family values, which are obviously traditional American values. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Gone a little bit long here in this segment. I'll be back. More about this and other great stuff coming right up. Stay with me. God bless you. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that you could change the trajectory of your aging process? Look and feel better, live younger, be more active, less pain when you move around, sleep better, diminish the lines and the wrinkles on your face? Really? This is what I'm telling you. It's possible. You see, low stem cell activity happens when we get older, and it could be causing many of the health problems that some people have in the world today. Because as we get older, we have less stem cell activity, which means we age faster and we heal slower. The secret is a clinically proven and patented phototherapy non-transdermal patch, whose technology is the result of over 90 clinical studies and over 20 years of research. Your healthier life can begin today, and you can discover true age reversal. Age reversal, ladies and gentlemen. Please go to liveyoungerwithdoug.us. liveyoungerwithdoug.us, ladies and gentlemen. Get over there today. Or if you'd like, text my name, Doug, to 41372. Doug, text it, 41372. And get over to liveyoungerwithdoug.us. Get younger, feel younger. I'm doing it. I'm wearing this patch. I feel great, and so will you. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings. I'm coming to you between the two seashores, ladies and gentlemen. I'm right smack dab in the middle of the fruited plain of the United States. So, in other news, the Commune Socialist, formerly known as Democrat Party, wants to tear down traditional American values. We were talking in the prior segment about Mother's Day and Harrison Butker's speech, his commencement speech at Benedictine College in Atchison, Kansas. The radical left want to tear down everything that Harrison Butker's speech spoke about, especially with regards to traditional family values. Women, men, the sanctity of marriage, childhood, childbirth, children, family, the core value systems that we have. The radical left has tried to tear them down really since the late 1950s. The birth of feminism and this equal opportunity, the equal rights nonsense and so forth. We are not equal. We are not equal by design. Now, that doesn't mean, look, I got into discussions when I was in the corporate world about equality. I was the vice president of human resources, and people would often say, we've got to treat everybody equally. There's in some form or fashion. Policies have got to make sure that everybody is treated equally. Wrong. Not only is it impossible to treat people equally, it's not a good idea to do that. People have their own baggage, their own background, their own worldview, their own set of ideals, their own belief systems, their own needs, their own desires. Not everybody wants to go down the same career path. Not everybody wants to be the same thing. We should not strive to treat people equally. We should strive to treat people fairly. That's the important distinction, ladies and gentlemen. They want to tear down, the radical left wants to tear down our American value system. Its agenda of same-sex marriages, transgenderism, abortion, feminism. This is a coalition of immorality. And this Democrat Communist Socialist Party stands in direct opposition to God's intent, his divine providence, his divine plan, his intent for marriage, his intent for husbands and wives and families. The radical left woke mob, this coalition of immorality that is liberalism, stands against all of it. And this reawakening that we're experiencing, particularly in America, but around the world, it's happening as well. It's a reflection of the rejection of the liberal agenda of this coalition of immorality. That's partly why you see so many people at Trump rallies. It's a reflection of their acceptance of what Trump stands for: God, traditional American values, family, American exceptionalism. and what the liberals don't stand for. That's why people are flocking to Trump. Record numbers of people are finding that traditional values within the church that Jesus himself started. Look at the Catholic Church is what I'm talking about. It's record numbers of conversions to this church. Happens to be my church. I'm a Catholic. They're increasing at a rapid rate. There's a reason for this, because the nightmare that's been thrust upon us by the radical left woke mob has become so severe that people by the multiple millions are waking up to the divine providence of God, shining in direct opposition to this radical left woke coalition of immorality. And so as a result of that, yes, they're turning to the church Jesus started, and they're joining Candace Owens, Russell Brand, all name it, Mark Wahlberg. You know these people in record numbers. So I tip my hat to Harrison Butker and all who speak the truth, and I respect all. I am grateful to Benedictine College for inviting him to speak in Atchison, Kansas. I'm grateful and happy to have seen this video where hundreds of people enthusiastically applaud Harrison Butker when he lays down the truth about marriage, men, women, and traditional American values and roles. All right, so now that we have Mother's Day weekend behind us and the largest presidential campaign ever held with over 104,000, remember my number, 104,500, what is it? And 47. 45, 47 thrown in there for good measure and good humor, ladies and gentlemen. Over 100,000 people standing there because they reject what the radical liberal mob represents. And then we have James Carville, one of the talking heads of the radical left. He came out because he notices this. He's noticing what I'm telling you. Nothing is working. No matter what they have planned and orchestrated and staged, it's not working. Whatever they've scripted against President Trump, not working. So he comes out on social media on his own and puts out his own statement. What we're doing isn't working, he says. He sounds the alarm, and he is worried. He's realized that everything that this communist socialist, formerly known as Democrat Party, is trying to do to Trump is, in fact, boosting Trump. They might be trying to tear him down. They might be trying to script it all, and they are, but it's having the opposite effect. And he's panicked about it. Take a listen. Clip number 2, Jim Carville, ladies and gentlemen.
Than he's ever been. Fewer people think January 6th was any kind of what it was, as an assault on the temple of democracy. You want to say it's going the wrong way. It's not working. Everything that we're throwing is spaghetti at a wall, and none of it is sticking, me included. And it's hard when you start in your 80th year, and you know, like anybody else, I have an opinion of myself, and the opinion I've come to is I don't matter. It doesn't matter. You can prepare. You can be on TV. Or you can write pieces. You can have a YouTube channel. You can have a podcast. And nothing. And you know, we gotta try to think of something different, because what we're doing is really, really not working.
So yeah, he's panicked about the crowd, by all accounts, petrified. And again, Biden in his entire political career, if you add up all of the people that have come to every event that Biden has attended, it wouldn't add up to the number of people who were in New Jersey last weekend. And the radical left, those in politics, radical left members of the woke mob on social media are having abject meltdowns because the long list of scripted and planned nefarious events that have been leveled against President Trump have not yielded the results that the radical left coalition of immorality was hoping for. These tactics that they've used, lawfare and smearing of one's character, right from the book Rules for Radicals. And the radical yet left uses these kinds of smear campaigns, and they lie repeatedly in the hopes that if you hear lies enough, these lies will become the truth. By their very nature, they are deceitful and evil. And I know that you know this. Stay with me, ladies and gentlemen. Much more to talk about how the radical left plan to derail President Trump is skyrocketing him into echelons that have rarely been seen in political numbers. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
I want to tell you about the good people over at EMP Shield, electromagnetic pulse, ladies and gentlemen. It can fry your home electrical system or your vehicle's electrical system. But if you attach one of these, now this is for your breaker box at home. There's a smaller version that goes on your battery of your car, your vehicle, that will prevent it from being fried in the event of an electromagnetic pulse. Because as you know, thanks to Administrator Biden, many people coming across the border now who don't exactly have the best of intentions. Protect yourself. EMPshield.com. Get huge discounts over there if you use the promo code Doug.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings, where we meet, as always, in determined prayer and determined patriotism. So the radical left melting down about all of this, the plans that they had to derail Trump, not working. Absolutely nothing they've thrown at him is working. Because as they always do, the radical left underestimates you, ladies and gentlemen. They underestimate your intelligence. They underestimate your ability to see through their BS. Remember these lies that we were told by them, the radical left? There were nuclear secrets kept at Mar-a-Lago. Or this hush money trial in New York, above all of the other legal nonsense that Trump is facing. This case in New York is the most ridiculous of all of them. The mugshot, remember that? And by the way, the mugshot is one of the best PR campaign images ever given to a presidential campaign by the opposition. Let me tell you that. So James Carville and the Communist Socialist, formerly known as Democrat Party, have the legacy media. Also, you can throw them in there. The celebrity class on social media. You can see all of them having full frontal meltdowns and panic attacks because nothing is playing out the way that they've scripted it. They will even say this, even on television, on the legacy media, the talking heads, they actually say those words. Well, Jane, nothing is playing out the way that we've scripted it. We're going to have to think of something else. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, these people hold Zoom calls and teleconferences every week. And they do script out what they want the talking points to be, what they want the news clips to be, and so forth. And it gets shipped out to all of the mainstream media. You've seen these clips before. Other people play them, where every different person on every different network of news is saying the same thing. Of course they meet and talk about this. They script it. Well, what can we do? And we wondered back in 2020, didn't we? After we realized that the election, had problems. How are they going to do this again, we wondered. They cheated, did they? Well, how are they going to do it? What are they going to do next time? Well, here we are. Throw lawfare at President Trump. Let's try to break him, not only politically, but financially as well. Let's throw everything that we can find at him. And boy, have they. And I'm here to tell you, he will prevail in every one of these cases that he's facing. Now, he may have a setback in a lower court. Okay, fine. He may have a setback in a lower court where there's a jury that can't stand him and a judge who's biased. Maybe so. He might not. He might still prevail. But even if he does have a setback in one of these lower courts, he will ultimately prevail in the appeal process. He will not lose any of these things that are arrayed against him. So from television news shows to printed newspapers, liberal talking heads and authors and pundits on social media platforms. Every one of them gather together and get their talking points from one another. They are coordinated. They are scripted. They are anti-American. They are anti-Constitution. They are a minority within our republic who want to destroy President Trump at all costs. They have planned these frivolous lawsuits, and they have scripted the lawfare that has been waged against him. And that adds up to falsification of charges and trumped up, no pun intended, charges against President Trump. One of the most glaring examples, I mentioned it earlier, right? The classified nuclear secret files. Oh my gosh. Did you see everybody on social media tweet about this? Post it. President Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago was raided. And now the FBI admits that the documents were removed and manipulated. The orders of the pages were changed, and this all equals tampering with evidence. So if Trump won't or can't win on the merits of the case, he's going to win on the malfeasance of the case put forth by the liberals. We all know that President Trump is leading in almost every major poll, especially the polls taken in battleground states. And I want to talk about that when I come back, because this is critical to understand. The gap between Trump and Biden is bigger than what you're being told, and there are reasons for it. I'll get into that on this next segment. Stay with me. And by the way, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, if you are burdened by Bidenomics and you are looking for another way to make income, liveyounger.with.doug.us, ladies and gentlemen. Liveyounger.with.doug.us. Get information about a product that will make you look and feel younger and give you more energy by re-energizing your own body's stem cells. It's incredible technology, and it is affordable, and you can make money. Upwards, people are making $500 a month, just an extra income at a part-time basis. Just imagine if you took it to the next level and made it a full-time endeavor. You could make serious money. liveyounger.with.doug.us. I'm here. I've got your back. I want you to be financially secure and happy. Check it out, liveyounger.with.doug.us, and I'll be right back. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that you could change the trajectory of your aging process? Look and feel better, live younger, be more active, less pain when you move around, sleep better, diminish the lines and the wrinkles on your face? Really? This is what I'm telling you. It's possible. You see, low stem cell activity happens when we get older, and it could be causing many of the health problems that some people have in the world today. Because as we get older, we have less stem cell activity, which means we age faster and we heal slower. The secret is a clinically proven and patented phototherapy non-transdermal patch, whose technology is the result of over 90 clinical studies and over 20 years of research. Your healthier life can begin today, and you can discover true age reversal. Age reversal, ladies and gentlemen. Please go to liveyounger.with.doug.us. liveyounger.with.doug.us, ladies and gentlemen. Get over there today. Or if you'd like, text my name, Doug, to 41372. Doug, text it, 41372. And get over to liveyounger.with.doug.us. Get younger, feel younger. I'm doing it. I'm wearing this patch. I feel great, and so will you. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Right Side with Doug Billings, where I am the shining light of American exceptionalism and true conservative values around the world. We all know, my friends, that President Trump is leading. Almost every major poll has it, especially in the battleground states. What we may have forgotten is this fact. President Trump historically outperforms his polling numbers. Now, if you're from Raytown, Missouri, that means that President Trump does better in real life than he does in the polls, okay? He gets better numbers in real life than the polls indicate, okay? That's outperforming his polls. In fact, Trump usually does 4 to 5 to 6% better in real life than he does in the polls. Conversely, we've got Administrator Biden. He, historically speaking, has underperformed in his polling numbers, meaning he does worse in reality than he does in the polls. So when you see a poll that says President Trump is at 49%, you can count on him being at least 4 to 5 to 6% higher. So if a poll says 49, Trump is probably at 53 to 55% of whatever that poll is. And when you see a poll that says Administrator Biden is at 49%, you can count on him in reality being down to 43, 44%. So this is important as we approach the election. It's also part of the reason why the radical left is panicking, because the radical left are not stupid. They're whack jobs, but they're not stupid. They're immoral, but they're not stupid. They're anti-America and anti-God, but they're not stupid. So in the current reality, President Trump is absolutely crushing Administrator Biden in double digits, beating Biden by double digits in two of the most important social issues that we're facing today: the border crisis, illegal immigration, and the economy. On the economy, listen to this, folks. The economy. Trump leads Biden by 22%. 22%. But it gets better. Illegal immigration, the border crisis. Trump leads Biden by 30%, ladies and gentlemen. 30%. 80% of Americans, 80% of American voters believe that our legal system is weaponized and politicized against President Trump. And 77% of independent voters believe that as well. Folks, 8 in 10 voters believe that our justice system is weaponized against President Trump. And for whom do you think that creates empathy? It creates empathy for President Trump. The radical left are beginning to realize this, their diabolical plans, their lies, their deceit, their lawfare, their slander, character assassination, not working against President Trump. And so this, as I have said from the beginning, all of this lawfare, all of this nonsense that they're putting him through is setting the stage for a Trump victory for sure. But what I'm talking about is setting the stage for a radical left woke cascade of violence that will sweep across blue states in this republic, because President Trump will prevail in every one of his legal cases. Even if he has a setback in a lower court, like I said before, he will prevail in the appeals process. And this will become the excuse that the radicals need to once again commit riots, arson, and anarchy, just like they did in 2021. So brace yourselves for that, my friends. Brace yourselves. You will see the resist whack job movement, the never Trump movement, absolutely, it will explode into violence. They will have pallets of bricks, rocks, stones, and perhaps even weapons delivered to street corners in the United States and hire people to distribute them and encourage others to go smash storefront windows and burn churches, just like they did in 2021. Because radical left woke members of this coalition of immorality don't know how to handle defeat. We've got to be prepared and armed with those truths, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, before I go, make a new living, escape Bidenomics, re-energize your body's stem cells, make an extra $500 or more a month. Want to feel better? You want to look better, feel younger? Want to have more energy? Go to liveyoungerwithdoug.us, liveyoungerwithdoug.us, and check it out. Give yourself the freedom to escape Bidenomics. Even if you just want to do it part-time, people are making $500 a month with the information that's over at liveyoungerwithdoug.us. I have your back, ladies and gentlemen. I know that you have mine. Also, please go to DougBillings.us. Don't forget to support us over there so that we can continue to bring you the show. And another reminder, I'm going to a new format. It's going to be a couple hours long. We are going to partner with Beck TV and come to you 2 hours a day live, where I'll take your calls and we will engage with one another. I'll have some interesting things to share with you. Give me a month or so before all this comes true, but we're planning on it. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we are in this together. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that you could change the trajectory of your aging process? Look and feel better, live younger, be more active, less pain when you move around, sleep better, diminish the lines and the wrinkles on your face? Really? This is what I'm telling you. It's possible. You see, low stem cell activity happens when we get older, and it could be causing many of the health problems that some people have in the world today. Because as we get older, we have less stem cell activity, which means we age faster and we heal slower. The secret is a clinically proven and patented phototherapy non-transdermal patch, whose technology is the result of over 90 clinical studies and over 20 years of research. Your healthier life can begin today, and you can discover true age reversal. Age reversal, ladies and gentlemen. Please go to liveyoungerwithdoug.us. liveyoungerwithdoug.us, ladies and gentlemen. Get over there today. Or if you'd like, text my name, Doug, to 41372. Doug, text it, 41372. And get over to liveyoungerwithdoug.us. Get younger, feel younger. I'm doing it. I'm wearing this patch. I feel great. And so will you. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.